Hello, what's up, guys? How are you guys? And welcome back to another video. And here I am again, just my face. Share a story time. If you click this video, it's because you want to know my experience on MEPS, and if not, you're just wondering what the hell is a MEPS, then stay here. Boop.
Yes!
Now, thank you so much for clicking my video. I don't feel like changing my perspective right now, so I'm just gonna talk to you about my story time of how I almost joined the military and changed my life completely from 180 degrees, right? MEPS is a military base with all the branches for recruiters or people that desire or is in the process of joining. It have different functions inside there. All the branches are in there, so it's just like community based, basically, if you wanna put it in simple terms. Yes, guys, I almost joined the military. It's still not this card in my life. I just didn't join for reasons that you wouldn't expect, and one of them was my weight. I'm sorry, I have a hair all over my face. If you're in the process of MEPS, you're wondering why she didn't wait for weight, why should I do my effort? Remember, it's a process that takes people weeks, months, years. Yeah, I have known people that trying to join since 3 years ago, 4 years. I've been months trying out, weeks, and there's small stuff not being able to join in. So please don't, if you actually want to join, please do not feel bad about it that you cannot join the first, like, go ahead and try. It takes a lot of time and dedication and commitment to actually get to the end, and I feel that that's one of your steps to becoming a military person. If you pass all of those, congratulations. I think that's one of the most important steps that you learn through MEPS. That's one of the things that I learned through MEPS: dedication, persuasion, and don't give up, right? So if you're in the process, I'm with you. If you want to join or you have doubts of stuff, or you can comment on my comments and we can make a small group chat for all about for all of us, and share our stories or tips and stuff. Also, I joined mine. Now let's move on with my experience. My experience was very good and amazingly great. That's what scared me. That's why one of the reasons I didn't join in reality is because I didn't join because of my overweight. It just could easily lost it. It's just one of the excuses that I put every single time, right? And it was absolutely fast. That's what terrified me, because your life, you can see how it changed from 1 second to the one once you start this process. So I'm just gonna go over ahead the simple stuff that you should really know, and you should be prepared if you don't know. If it makes sense, if you're watching all my video till the end, thank you very much. If you watch it 4 minutes and you decide to go, also thank you very much for watching this far. This is just a story time of my experience. If you feel that I have any biases, do not go with those biases, please. It's just a different experience for everybody, and that's okay. So my ASVAB score, for anybody that don't know what it is at this point, the ASVAB is the first thing that you will do if you decide to join, which is a test where they basically try your IQ, basically. It's just questions like simple math questions, some complicated questions, your knowledge on words in English, and random stuff that probably they're gonna use it to put you in a job or or being able to get that job. So my ASVAB score was 76, 78, something like that. I don't remember exactly that well. It was closer to 80. If you want to know tips to the ASVAB, write in the comments. I will make a video about my ASVAB. I actually did help someone that been trying for like 2-3 tests already, like three ASVAB tests, and they asked me if I could help her out, and I helped her out. She went from it was a she girl, it was a she, but I could definitely help a he or whatever you are. She went from 5 or 10 in ASVAB score to a 40, so it was a big change with my tips. Maybe it was my tips, maybe don't, we'll never know, but I believe it was my tips. I give her like a good tip that it helped me out. So the most important stuff is your ASVAB score. If you decide to join in, there's a lot of recruiters out there telling you different stuff and different lies. Please do not only listen to your recruiter. Put your ears outside, and if there is a military member that you know, talk to them. They will be more honest with you. There are recruiters are there, you know, it's different for everybody, but recruiters are there to make you join in. Like, they are committed to you for joining. The more secure you are in joining, they will help you out, but also they will not tell you the bad stuff about it. What I like about the army is the first brand that I decided to join, it was the US Marines. They saw me, I was a little bit more fat, and they were like, you're not away, so when you lose weight, come back if you want. They didn't even try. They even missed my first meeting that I was supposed, an appointment that I had with them. The second one, I tell them, it changed when I tell them, oh, one of my family members is a Marine, so that's why I want to join the Marine. They definitely changed. I was like, oh, just join a pound in a week, and I will make sure that you join in. Definitely, like, if just because I put some words out, you decide to change your perspective, then it doesn't help me out. So the next one, so you usually, when you go to these places, you will see like 3-4 branches together. So the other one was the Navy. I didn't want to join the Navy, no disrespect for the Navy, but being in a boat for several months give me claustrophobic vibes. Although it's like actually one of a good brand, honestly. All the brands are good, but you know, depends on the lifestyle you want to go to, or the stuff that you join into, the reasons that you decide to join in. The other one, so oh my god, let me use Marines, Navy, and Army. That's what the ones that work together. So I decide to just ask for the Army. I was literally there, and I remember I knocked the door or someone opened it. I don't know, but it was like, so I knock or ask and tell them, oh, I want to join, and I think someone else saw me outside, and they're like, oh, you want to know more about the Army and stuff. Like, it was something like that crazy that I instantly, after the rejection of the US Marines, I went inside the Army and I took a test that the same day, the practice test, and I barely do the passing score. Remember, I was not even prepared. I'm telling you, I'm very bad at the math, the mechanics, and all this stuff, and even English, because it's not my first language, so sometimes I got trouble understanding certain stuff, or I don't understand it until I hear it. Like, it's a weird barely passing score. They sit me down, why you here, why you want to join, thanks, something like that, thanks, the Lord. My recruiter was actually honest with me, basically, and the guy is like, here, sit with our captain. And my captain was, why you want to join? I was like, oh, I want to become an, it was not an official, right? Because it's different for officials or like captains. Oh, a lieutenant, my bad, lieutenant. It's like, well, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You barely have the passing score. You will not be a lieutenant with that small score. And I'm sorry if I'm breaking up the dream with you, but that's the reality. Because if you join in because of that, I don't want you to join and regret later on life. But the reality is, if you want to go out being a lieutenant, you have to work hard and get a good score on the aspect. So since the first moment they pay attention to you, and this is the way to go, and this is the way to do this, and this is the way to do that, and just being realistic with you. And I tell him, oh, and I keep it in my heart because it made me open my eyes or a lot of stuff. And I heard that the stories of people not being honest with their recruiters, with their recruitments, with the people that want to join and lie to them. It happens to a friend. She was joined with some lies. They didn't tell her the full story on there, and she went. Remember? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys don't know, but I was in high school. She decided to jump from high school. You're a kid at the end of the day. You don't know everything, and you trust people, and you don't investigate further. So it happens to her that she trusts a lot, and her recruiter lied, basically. Not lie, but definitely not sure. Tell her with all honesty, listen, like, if you want to be in this career, you have to be this, and you're not gonna be there if you have this lame score, basically, right? Basically what my captain, oh, hear me out. My captain, oh my god, the captain told me, right? Or the sergeant, because I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. This the official man, basically. So I actually like it, and I commit to them to almost the very end. The reason, one of the stuff they told me was my weight. I didn't decide to join because of my weight, not because I couldn't join with the weight that I had back then, but I decided that life is too complicated to complicate myself over there, because I see how people go there like barely being able to join because of the weight, and it's horrifying. I also was like, I'm the type of person that I want to go somewhere prepared. I don't like feel under prepared. I don't like the feeling of I don't know what's gonna be next. And I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen every single time in life. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen next. But I'm that person that at least have to know the possible outcomes, or at least one possible outcome of what's gonna be my life. I was not prepared at all. I could not even do a push-up. Right now I can do more push-ups. I'm more fit than I was there before, and it's beautiful. So yeah, definitely join if you feel completely sure 100% it's a life changing. Remember, and I keep repeating it, but it is true. Like, you're gonna change your life completely from a 0 to a 10. You're gonna have to wake up early every single day. You're gonna be wake up at the middle of the night in the boot camp training, where it's basically where they break you down, because they will break you down. They break down what you know about life and reconstruct it again with the mentality of a military. And it sounds like a lot and hard and horrifying, but it is the reality of becoming a soldier. And I'm good with that. I'm good when being break, but at that moment I didn't feel let's put it out, like, I didn't feel strong enough to being able to pass through all that. So that's one also the reason that I didn't join. It's not because I didn't think that I could do it. I just didn't feel that I could give my 100% and be okay with everything. And remember, it's a change of life. Like, I just didn't feel 100% sure. I felt an 80% at that moment sure of the decision that I was taking. And I took the test. 1 week down, 2 weeks down, I did the actual ASVAB test. Then a week later, I was doing the medical stuff. Another, I was signing papers, the background check, and 1 week away of signing everything and do the contract and everything. Couldn't do it. Couldn't commit till the very end. And that's one of the first things that they tell you. Oh, are you willing to commit till the very end? I tell them yes, 100% sure. But you see, you take a test. It's not a test only, the ASVAB. It's an actual test just going through MEPS, because you will see like a taste of military. And now I'm 50 minutes in and I haven't explained you shit about MEPS. So here, let me tell you, MEPS is a taste of what it's going to be. I don't know if you want to stick to the very end, but I'm gonna submit this however it actually is the outcome of this video, because I want you to hear a perspective not of someone that is already in, or someone already out, or someone on the process. I cut my process. I'm in a process completely different. I'm going on my own pace, basically. I'm going on my own pace until I'm ready 100%. I have a lot of goals on my mind that I want to do before deciding to join in. And that's okay if you have other goals to do before deciding to completely join in. And that's actually one of the things that happened to me. I have a goal in mind that I did want to do, and I feel that if I didn't complete it, I will not be able to be in peace with me for the rest of my life. So that's what I did. I couldn't join because of that exactly goal, and I'm still doing my goal right now. So that's why I haven't joined completely. But I'm committed, but not in this time, right? Because I'm working for that goal first to be able to be there. MEPS is hard. It's a 180-degree change of how you see the war, because you enter from a civilian to a military base, so you will be treated like a recruit, like you are being recruited. You're gonna feel what a small dose of what those military people go through every day. Silence, do this and do that. Why are you doing that? Like it's not yelling. It's a different type of energy that you're like, damn, this is what I signed for. This is what I'm ready. I got really excited that day in MEPS, because I tell you, I prepare myself to when I do this stuff, right? So before I decided to join, I hear a lot of videos. I thought that I was prepared until I actually started doing everything. So I was excited because I felt a small treatment of how it would be, and it was amazing. It was amazing for me. It was amazing. Remember, a lot of people that go there are kids, high school kids that just barely finish, or they're like my age, 18, 19, 20, let's say until 25. Of course you will see older people there, but the majority is young people. So as a young person, that treatment, because you would be treated like an adult and not a civilian. They will treat you like you're already in the mentality. Why are you pulling up your phone? Put it back, because you're not allowed to have your phone out on the MEPS. So when you do your ASVAB test, they have you in a small chair, in some chairs, in a line. so you can sit down, because it will take hours to take the damn test, brother. So you have the ASVAB, and you have another test that is by computer, and then you actually have to go to MEPS too, to to make sure like you didn't cheat on your record. So they will ask you questions of the same exactly test to see if you answer the same exactly questions, or you were cheating on your questions. It's not always 100% the questions on your test, but some other questions to see if you can actually pass them. It's like a small tryout to see if you actually did the test or you cheated, basically. So they discard the score. So I did pass my score and stuff. And well, they have you waiting on the chairs, no water, nothing, no food, nothing. Whatever the time you stay in there is the time that you would not eat. Drink water is very limited. There was a fountain water in there and it was not working, and there's a more vending machine, but I didn't have money, and I couldn't take my money out, because remember, you put your phone away, and you, like, if you have a small bag, you put your small bag away in a zone with security and a door, so you cannot easily access to it, and they will not let you in there if not an emergency or something like that. Like, if you don't have to grab anything, then you will not go in there until the time that you leave, and you cannot leave until someone of your recruiter or someone of the recruiter office comes and pick you up, and so that's the time that you can get your bag. For other chances, there's no way they will let you take your phone or your bag. So you're basically in the chairs with people that are doing the test, that they also in there to starting their process. Everybody's nervous. They're very strict. They will call you out if you're being too loud, if you are doing something that you should not, they will call your attention for anything. So it's also important if you are saying something disrespectful or something like that. I remember this girl that she was doing something in the test. Now moving to the test, in the test area, that I don't know if she was raising her hand, doing too much noise. I don't remember exactly that. She was watching not her computer or where she was doing the test. She was like looking somewhere else, or looked like was looking through someone else's test, and the guy, of course, all the people there are military, was like, focus on your test, do not look at our test or your score be discarded. Bang. First time she did it again, the guy called again, I told you not to watch other people test, concentrate your own test. And the third one, I think she raised her hand or something like that, and I think he was with someone else, and they go, excuse me, I'm calling your attention, I've been having my hand up for more than 10 minutes, something like that. They're like, get the hell out of here right now, you're respecting everybody else, you will not resist the military life, like la la la. Like, bro, they kick her out of the test area, the MEPS, and I guess that she could come back, but not that same day. So she just lost her day in there for being disregarded. It was a crazy experience, but that is just, like I tell you, just a small test of how you'll be treated. But now, remember, she answered back. You cannot answer back to the superiors. If not, you will have a punishment, not only for you but as a group. In that moment, it's because she was going as a person and not a fully team for everybody. But if it was on the military, bro, she will get everybody on her group in trouble, and everybody will receive a punishment because of her reaction with someone superior. But at the end, you're in a military base, you're doing this because you want to join. It's not gonna be cotton candy, it's not gonna be easy, and of course you cannot be expected to be treated like a child or someone that is doing something for the good of the country. You would treat it like how everybody will be treated, and very strict, and by ranks, because they go very by ranks. So before entering the test, they have you in those chairs in line. They call you to verify everything, to sign some papers and stuff, and you waiting there for, could be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, with no phones, no TV, nothing to watch or see, just a clock in the wall, watching time pass, and barely being able to talk to someone. Of course, it's not strict because you cannot talk to someone, but if you get very loud, they will call the shit out of you and separate you. So, and also the brand, your brand will also can call you out and tell you something, on that stuff. So yeah, in the MEPS happens a lot of stuff. People are going for the test, for medical stuff, because you have to pass your medical records, and they will ask you questions, and a physical test and blood tests and other stuff. And there's people that they're ready, therefore they're sworn in, basically like signing up papers and confirming that they will join the military. And that's excited. I get excited watching those videos, by the way. Whoever have those videos, please upload them. There's so much fun and enjoyment to watch, seeing someone pass, because you can see you pass through a lot to being able to get in, and being able to raise your hand and swear in. People think you're lying, but it's changing, like you have different purposes, and it's beautiful to see that, how you swear in, and you're happy to do something that takes you a lot of effort and commitment and discipline and other stuff. Finally completing a circle, basically. It's a enjoyable moment to watch. And if you there as someone just starting on MEPS experience, you will see someone swearing and you will tear up, because you'll be like, not tear up, but get excited, like, yes, that's gonna be me, and there's people there that are ready with backpacks to get on the bus and start their new life, basically their military basement, like going on camp or to the airport to get in their in the basic camp or boot camp, whatever you guys want to call it. Now you, for each brand, there's a different requirement, the way they ASVAB score, and the physical, the medical stuff, and I remember something else. Right now it's been long. What else? I don't remember, but if I remember, I will put it here on the screen, guys. But it's been 20 minutes, like 30 minutes, and I feel fantastic to being able to share this. I don't expect a lot of views from here. I expect a lot of views, but people not being able to watch it to the very end. But if you watch till the very end, thank you so much. And yes, after you finish your test, if you come with someone else, like my case, that day I came with someone else to verify my test or something like that. I came with someone else, and that person, I finished my test in 30 minutes, and they tell you your score that day, the exactly moment that you finish, so if you fail or you pass immediately, which I love it, because I don't have to wait for a week or something like like the college test that you have to take to join a university. Yeah, it feels fantastic being able to know your scores right away. I had to wait for 2 hours because the person that I came with didn't finish until 2 hours later. I was dying of boredom, because remember, you cannot have I was dying of boredom, hunger, and Dehydration. I didn't get water because there was no water. I couldn't get food because you needed money. I didn't have money because they didn't allow me to get my money. I didn't have my phone because you're not allowed to have your phone. Exactly. Very, very, very strict. But yeah, you will learn that that small moment of 2 hours without the phone. Imagine that during the boot camp, every single day for extended periods of time. And remember, you're gonna go to like a mini school and going to do exercise and repeat it, and it's gonna be that was just a small. That's why I love it, because it really took like a small experience of what is ahead of you, and just thinking about it, like triple and double of what happened to you on MEPS basically. And that was just like one of my first times going. Imagine all the other ones experience, like every experience you get in there, every time you have to go in there, it's a PTSD basically of what you expect. Of course, the first time you go and prepare, the second time you go with a water bottle, with a pencil, with, and the thing is, you can even have a book to read, because you're like, oh, a book to read. No, nothing. You cannot have nothing on you, brother. Nothing. When I tell you NOND, nothing. So it was very, very hard on that, in that sense, but like experience of what will be ahead of you. And so yeah, that's it. That's all my experience on MEPS. My recruiter didn't stop. I was gonna stop because my weight, because if not you can enter to a fat camp. I didn't know that, but it's literally that. Also, I ended up joining the army. They didn't end up joining, but end up in the army office because they were gonna pay for my tuition and I didn't have money, but I didn't join because of that reason, because there was just a lot of stuff going on my head that those days and weeks and months. I also got a scholarship. I got a scholarship that covered like half of my tuition. Also, remember, the more credits of university or college you have to join in is better, because you enter with a better rank. What's a better rank? You enter basically with more money than other people, which it doesn't take you, they don't take a lot of time to get to there. But brother, just 3 months or 6 months ahead of everybody's rank usually when you just start and getting those 100, 200 or 300 extra just because you did some extra classes or you have the opportunity, then take it. You can enter with a degree, but to be an official is harder. Honestly, it's the hardest pathway ever to enter, and I do not recommend it. At the end, it will take a little more time as an enlist, because you enter like an enlist, but is more worth it at the end. Enter with an enlistment, you enter with, because you know there's a limit to your rank that you can go up with your credits. And yeah, I recommend you, if you don't know what to do in your life, just get some credits. If you want to join. Just think about the branch, think about take the smart decision, look into every branch. Just a small story, this friend of mine, she decided to join when she was in high school. At the end of high school, her recruiter, it's not that she lied, but she painted everything pink, and everything is not pink in life, and especially in the military. She wanted to, the reason why ASVAB scores are very important is because they determine what's going to be your life inside the military. Basically, there's no other way to put it. I'm completely honest. Your ASVAB score determine your life inside the military. Why? One simple easy factor. It determines the type of job you're gonna get in, the type of bonus that you will be actually being able to get or not, and how you be treated, basically. Why? Because different jobs have different bonuses. Some of the jobs that they can offer you, of course you have to, it's depend on what's available, but if you meet the score requirement, you will not be able to get the job that you want. Maybe you start looking into it. That's what happened to my friend. She didn't get the score that required to the job, and they give her like poor options that she didn't want to do. And she just basically couldn't get, she thought it was going to be different, and it didn't wait the way that they told her it was completely going to be. Like, they didn't hide, they didn't tell her that it will not be possible. They hide that fact. And I also tell her, bro, like, why you decide to join if you didn't saw the full picture? Like, you just trust someone, you have to get info. That was also her fault, but in reality, she was a kid too. Everything was paint in pink. They promising some stuff that ended up not being able to become true. And it's not that she regret it. She don't regret it because she, as I told you before, she learned a lot of things about life in there. And she said that she don't fully regret it. She just said that she's open to do it again in the future, and being able now that she knows everything, have a full picture and commit to the very end with not letting everybody tell her what to do, being able to know all the perspective. I don't know if it makes sense, but for her it makes sense, and I think it makes sense to what she meant, basically that don't let your happiness or your excitement about joining interfere with knowing what's going to happen to you once you enter. Be very clear on what you want, be very clear of telling your recruiter this. Also, for you guys to know, you can also put on weight. If you want a certain job and they don't have it available in the moment, you can be put in a wait list and do not enter until there's an opening for that job that you want. Of course, if you are good with the requirements for the position or the job that you want to join in the army or all the branches, basically. Another thing is that I didn't join because I also learned about the Air Force, and I want to join the Air Force. They're more stricter, as I said before. First of all, you wait, and once I thought of it, why should I join if I'm not even on the right weight in any other branch, right? So that's what I did. That's what I'm committed to the very end. Be enter when my weight is on the right position. I'm more physically stronger. I'm more mentally stronger too. So I'm ready for what it comes. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of my trip. And also have other commitments right now that I make me wanting to join in a little bit harder at the moment. But yeah, like the weight requirement there, if you think that you cannot be able, listen, you talk to a recruiter like, hey man, like, listen to me, I want to do this, I'm 100% committed, help me out to get there. Also, the aspect score have to be high enough. You have to pass certain requirements that they have other stuff in there, but yeah, just be ready. Also, if you pass all this process and you're just watching me, bro, be fit enough at least to be able to run 3 miles. Don't make it's not that you will not learn to be physical inside there, because a lot of people go with that mentality. Me thinking the same exactly thing, that was, I'm gonna get fit inside there. You will, but it will be triple tougher on you, and remember, they're gonna break you down. So being able to at least, you don't have to survive, you just have to be able. Don't go with the mentality I will survive it. I just go with the mentality I will pass it, and I don't have to survive. You can be there without being able, just barely surviving. There's a difference of passing, surviving, barely surviving, and giving up. So please, just you don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the strongest. Okay, I'm sorry for that noise in the background, but you just have to be able to do something. And remember, this is going to become a team job. Being able to not let everybody behind you, but not being the one that everybody's leaving behind or could not carry with everybody. So yeah, also running, people you're gonna run like this shit. So yeah, I started talking to a recruiter for the Air Force a long time ago, and I told him I will be back when I'm ready for 100% commitment. I'm almost there but not there, and he told me, I understand, do what you have to do. So yeah, I'm doing what I have to do to be able to do what I want. One of them is being a content creator. Other goals in life going on right now. Yeah, I'm there. If you're not a fit person, come with me on a journey fit. I'm gonna do a series about how I went from almost 200 pounds to half of it. Yeah, half of it. Doesn't may be a crazy change for people, but it changed my life and it been helped me out. I'm sorry, you see, I'm going out of this main stuff that you can hear in the video. I'm sorry if you have to stay here in the very end. I'm sorry if you left before I end the video, but this is what it is. Me talk. You see, 45 minutes. Okay, so yeah, guys, thank you. This is a very well explained of what expect on MEPS, expect on things, not things, but what you should think when you start doing all of this. It's, if you want to go 100% and after all the things that you heard, you're ready to go through all of that, then go ahead. If you don't feel ready full-time commitment, then join us at reserved. It's a part-time job. You still have to do the bootcamp, you still have to do whatever job you choose, you still have to study for the job that you choose, and you'll be back after that. That's what I'm telling you guys. Join us at 2 years. So if you actually like that commitment and you like that life of reserve, is to you go there like every month, and once in a year you go for 2 weeks. So if you're ready for that commitment and you went in reserve and you like that lifestyle, maybe you would like to join the full-time, or you just like to continue it, then that's be completely your choice. Please do not sign for the 8 years, or there's no bonuses before 2 years, but 4 years is a lot of years, and I heard people that always regret signing for 4 years. So sign for 2, and if you actually need the money, then sign for 4 and say F everything else, let me live my lifestyle. But be smart, be smart, inform yourself, think about all what I said right now. As you see, the process doesn't have to be fast. It can take months, it can take weeks, it can take years. It's taking my process years, and I'm fine with that, because that's a decision that I take, and I don't want to regret anything. when I decide to join in, because if I'm ready to serve, I have to be ready to serve on my own terms and conditions. Doesn't mean that they're gonna sign for my own conditions, but on my own conditions as a person, as